We're going to dive into what you need to do on your journey to Esquire to essentially have money ease, be stress-free, and to get to your bar license or becoming an attorney with less stress and more breathing room. That's what we're talking about here. Stay on until the end because I am going to extend to you an opportunity to get deeper into this work, right? Without having to come out of pocket. And so you can actually put into action the stuff that you're going to learn today so that you can feel free. If you're watching, say hi right now and let me know that you can hear me. I'd love to find out that you can hear me very well. We had some audio fails, but we are dealing with the tech issues and moving forward. So right now, during the COVID-19 lockdown, we are dealing with people getting laid off or having to be home, possibly taking in less of a check than they usually take in, or having no check at all. Maybe you're part of the crowd who has an employer that is paying out on FMLA or something similar. A law was just passed yesterday to allow such to happen. However, the vast majority of law students and bar exam takers are dealing with either temporary or hourly jobs or no job at all. Here's what I have to give you as far as that. That's our first point. The first point is, like right now, during this time, you could seriously be banking the income. You really could. Not only are you freed from having to travel to school and classes, and so you have the extra hours to work with when it comes to studying, but you also have opportunities to do work that you wouldn't have had a chance for before this pandemic began. For example, Amazon is hiring 100,000 workers in the next few weeks, additional, because the demand for home delivery has shot through the roof, obviously. I imagine customer service positions are the same. I imagine that a lot of employers are going to need temporary staff. And I also imagine that law firms in the bankruptcy, restructuring, labor and employment, and other areas are also going to need additional hands on deck. So whether you need money or you need experience, there are options for you out there. Now, we can think that and we can find out about that through internet research, but taking action on it and actually implementing it and getting ourselves a job or an additional job is a different matter. And I propose to you the reason why it's more of a headache is because there are feelings in the way, right? We have a certain idea that, well, I'm in law school, so I should only be doing XYZ type of work, right? First of all, there's no such rule, but sometimes our pride gets in the way. We believe that in order to be the attorney type, we should only be working within our field. And I propose to you that you're sacrificing your actual dream for this made up image in your head. You want to see yourself as the guy in suits who, before even actually attending law school, was working as an associate at the law firm, right? And your imagination tells you that you should be able to be in that position whether or not you have attained your license yet. And so doing something that is simple and doesn't require a lot of brain power and just needs you to show up, clock in, and then clock out seems to be somehow beneath you. Except let's weigh the pros and cons here. With one, showing up and doing this work, maybe Amazon pays you $17 an hour, you're making $17 an hour. With the other, you're at home living off of your hopes and dreams. So what is the emotional block that keeps us from moving out of our imaginary comfort zone and into a real comfort, right? Because when you're making money and bringing it in, now you have a real comfort as opposed to the imaginary comfort of well, I'm an attorney type and I can't do those kinds of work, right? What is the thing that you need to get over? And I propose to you that it is a huge, it's a pride thing. And it's the idea that somehow you are giving up on your dreams or are dealing a fatal blow to your dreams if you allow yourself to do other work. But let me propose to you that your job, whatever job it is a dream funder. It is funding your dream. It's like having a silent partner investing. Your job is a dream funder, right? So whatever job it is that you pick up and decide to do, you want to make sure that you view it as, this is the thing that is investing into my future. This boss, he may not know it, is investing in me becoming an attorney. And view it that way so that you can get over the false pride that's actually holding you back from your attorney dreams and go and do a job. Now, I know you may be married to a specific area of law. If job opportunities are available in other areas of law, go get them. Go make the money. Go put it in the bank. It's much easier to look for a new job while you have a job than it is to look for a new job when you have no income whatsoever coming in. So that's tip number one. The way to ease your way to your license is to pretty much take advantage of where the money is going, because money is still being spent. It's just being spent in other areas. Look for those other areas that would naturally necessitate even more workers and go there. Go there and do those things, right? You don't have to put it on your resume. Nobody's going to ask you what were you doing during the COVID crisis. Nobody's going to ask you that, okay, if that's your thing. If you are home with kids and you have a partner, rotate shifts. Your partner works days, you work nights, or something similar to that. You can rotate, okay? And if you have deeper logistical or feelings that are getting in the way of you doing what you need to do to bring money in, then I have something really, really, really useful for you at the end of this call. Stay until the end of this talk, and you're going to find out how you can get specific help for your specific situation towards the end. I have a really great takeaway that you can use and implement right away that I'm going to be giving out at the end of this talk, plus an opportunity for you to get deeper help, no matter what you're doing, whether you are working your way towards Esquire or working your way towards some other job or status, or you just want to know how you can feel better about money right now. Whatever your circumstance is, I've got something for you at the end. To continue like the ease around your journey to Esquire, even when you're feeling stretched, even when you're feeling scared and all that, first of all, we have to get those feelings under control. We have to address that. We have to logically think through what is there really to be afraid of. And if there is something to really be concerned about, we resolve it. And if there's not, then we're good to go. But doing that opens the door now to doing something that is really necessary. When you have money stress, and I was coaching someone last night on the phone in our life coaching program. So after you do the bar thing, you're an attorney, now we have life coaching. And in our 180 life coaching program, I was coaching someone who was dealing with money stress. And we talked about all the different implications of not having money and not having enough money. And then once we got the feelings under control, then we were able to look at the strategic angles of this whole money problem. And wouldn't you know, by the end of the call, with a game plan in place, she felt better. She felt better. She could see the light at the end of the tunnel. She could see exactly how the money was going to come in. But it took two things. One, getting the feelings under control, and two, being able to look at the situation from a different angle. And when you are like in the hurricane, feelings under control and stepping outside of your situation to look at it from a different angle are nearly impossible to achieve. That's just facts. So you want to get someone who can help you to do that. And so what I propose to you, if you're a bar exam taker, one of the strategy steps you can take to ease your feeling around this whole thing is to make sure you keep studying. Have your plans laid out, and if you don't have a plan, you need to join our 5-day bar exam study plan challenge, where we help you lay out a plan. But have your plan laid out and follow it every day, knowing the end that you have in mind, which is finally passing the bar or passing the bar for the first time and not having to redo this. Follow your plan every day, seeing the end in mind. In order to do that, you have to get calm. You have to get your equilibrium. You have to adjust your plan in case if children are home now or you have other factors going on. Maybe you have even more time on your hands because classes are canceled, you're working from home, and you don't have to commute anymore. All of those, take those into account, adjust your schedule accordingly, and keep moving with your study schedule. This is how you feel purposeful. You feel like you're doing something good with the time, and you can't feel both ways at the same time. You can't feel hopeless and purposeful at the same time. One feeling will block out the other. So if you're not maintaining the feeling of being purposeful, then it's empty and vacant, and the feeling of hopelessness fills in. So grab hold of that feeling of being purposeful. That way, you keep hopelessness and panic and fear at bay, and you're actually taking concrete steps that will lead you to your end goal. Everybody is saying, everybody in my circle is saying, this is the time that millionaires are made. And what I'm teaching to you right now is the deciding factor in whether you come out on top or on bottom after this period passes. The deciding factor is what you do with your mind. Are you going to take control of your mind and apply your mental faculties with purpose? Or are you going to let yourself be distracted by COVID news all over, swiping left and not swiping left and right? That's dating apps. You should not be on dating apps right now, okay? You know, social distancing, or maybe that's how you get your social distancing, but swiping up on your social media feeds, reading COVID crisis news? Or are you going to take your brain, your mental faculties, all the free time that's existing to you, and go get a part-time job and bring in some extra cash while people are in a hiring frenzy and they don't really care if you have a law degree or something and why you're applying for this low-level job? They don't care. They, like, all criticism is suspended at this moment. They just need a warm body now. Go make yourself your $17 to $23 an hour. Lots of law jobs are only paying $23 an hour anyway when you do the math. So I'm just being real. Suspend the pride. Do away with the expectation of negativity from hiring managers. In fact, expect that they're going to be grateful that you're showing up to do the job, and they're going to be happy to hire you, someone who's not going to need as much hand-holding. Go get the job. Then next, be purposeful with your time. Take control of your mind instead of going off with the drama and the crisis. Make a plan of how you're going to get to your end goal of becoming an attorney, and follow that plan every single day. And to that end, again, you hear me preach it all the time, get an accountability partner to make sure that you are accomplishing every day what you said you were going to accomplish. And in order to take control of your mind, you've got to get down to the feelings. You got to have a discussion. You have to air out what the fears are that you have in your mind, and you have to take a good hard look at those fears and decide what we're going to do with that. And to do that, I have something special for you at the end of this. So stay through till the end. This last point brings us to our end, and then I'm going to tell you exactly how you can get help to examine your fears, get control back over your mind, and be purposeful with your time and your energy so that you come out on top at the end of this crisis. Okay? But if you learn the things that I'm teaching you here and how to apply it, this is not a crisis, actually. This is a stepping stone to success. You can turn this around for your good, and we're going to talk more about that after this third point. Okay. So the final thing that you want to do is to predict your future. Okay, so even though you are right now getting a part-time job, maybe, or getting a job, period, work from home jobs are available. I'm very certain. Hit the job boards. Jobs are popping up everywhere. People just don't think that people are hiring right now because they see other people getting laid off. The money is just shifting. It's not being not spent. It's being spent. It's just being spent somewhere else, right? So hit the job boards, find the job opportunities, stick to your study schedule, keep working on your future. But most importantly, don't be like you might go get a job where all you have to do is your one task and you don't have to worry about the big picture. But if you're heading for a professional level job, especially you're heading to Esquire, you need to be concerned with the big picture. Maybe not at your part-time job, maybe not at your COVID-19 job, but for your life, you need to have the overall picture in place. This helps to ease the stress, because if you have your overall picture in place and you see yourself moving towards the fulfillment of that picture, you are naturally going to lay off a lot of stress. You're not going to be panicking, wondering what's going to happen next, because you are actually determining what happens next, right? So even if something falls through, all you'll do is look for an alternative to continue to accomplish your goal. But when you're sitting down waiting for life to happen at you, that's when the stress is there. That's when you feel poor. That's when you feel stretched. So what is your long-term goal as far as becoming an attorney is concerned? And be specific. If you know you want to work in legal aid, lay that out. I want to work in legal aid in this city with this department or area of law in that legal aid society. And that's what I want to do, hopefully making this much money. Do you have that laid out? Okay, fine. Now move on to determining how you're going to get there. So you know that you're going to need to have some experience on your resume. So maybe now is the time that you go ahead and call them up and say, do you need an intern? Because yeah, legal problems are going to arise and they're going to want to start training you now so that you can be ready to hit the ground running when eviction issues crop up and all kinds of other issues that are naturally going to come out of this pandemic time. Okay, you want to work in big law. Okay, fine. Lay out that picture. How does it look? What steps can you take today methodically to make sure you land there? Well, right now everybody is at home on LinkedIn. Go find those people, connect with them, start commenting on their posts, making sure that they know your face and that you exist. When they get your resume on their desk, or when you happen to be applying for a job at their firm and you can say, hey, listen, I'm applying for a job. Do you have any tips? They've seen your name and your face on their posts or whatever so many times that they feel familiar with you and they want to help you to get the job. So pick your dream, whatever it is, and then work backwards from your dream to what you need to do today to accomplish that dream in the long run. And right now you have time to action the little steps. You have time to action the little steps and even to go ahead and get an accountability partner to make sure you're actioning the little steps. Somebody used me as an accountability partner yesterday, and they said, I'm going to get this done before I go to bed tonight. And when they got it done, sent me an email and said, I got it done. And really and truly, that's really all it takes, is to have someone that you're going to report to that you got it done. But in order to get out of the feeling of stress and stretch and fear, you need to crowd that feeling out with feelings of purposefulness, accomplishment, and success. Because fear, anxiety, hopelessness cannot coexist with all these good feelings. So now we get to the big question. How do I slow the hurtling speed train of fear, doubt, anxiety, and hopelessness, stop it, and then turn the train around, reverse, and go in the direction of hope, fulfillment, success, accomplishment? How do I do that? I've got something for you. In a few days, next is it Monday night, the 25th, whatever date that is, we are having a phone call, a free group talk and coaching session where you can come in with whatever's going on in your mind and be calmed, right? Through meditation session, an uplifting talk, and Q&A sessions to give you laser coaching on whatever it is that you might be happening to deal with. We are going to bring you to calm and help you to see your situation from a different angle so that you can find the resolutions that work for you and you can succeed in turning this whole COVID-19 time into a stepping stone to success. Wouldn't you like that? Isn't that a super valuable thing to be able to do? So if you're looking at how you can turn this time around to be for your good, I encourage you to go ahead and join us. I'm going to put the link in the comments on how you can join us on the 25th, which is, let's see, Wednesday night. So the 25th is Wednesday night. I'm going to tell you how you can join us on the 25th so that you can copy link. I'm like doing it right now as we speak. I'm going to pop it into the Facebook group so that you can click, reserve your seat. There's limited seating. Reserve your seat so that you can come in and join, get the cool, calming effect of positive mind frame, because that's really what makes a difference between whether you're going to do well right now or whether you're going to fall flat, be deeper in debt, be anxious, be afraid, depress your immune system, because those negative feelings really do depress your immune system and make yourself more susceptible. Whether you're going to do that or whether you're going to come on over to the side of hope and making this thing work out for your good. The difference is in whether or not you practice emotional hygiene. And in the call on Tuesday night, we're going to not only help you get your emotions in check and aligned with your true intentions, which is intentions for success, right? Calm feelings, hopeful positivity lends to success. And tonight we're going, not tonight, but on Wednesday night, the 25th is Wednesday night, we're going to talk about that, how you can ensure you can get yourself over to a calm, positive place, and then use that calm, positive place as a platform to create your plan on how you're going to purposefully grab your success during this pandemic time, okay? So this is what I have for you that's a special bonus on top of the fact that you're going to get to hop into a call, be uplifted, get coaching, and resolve issues that you might be facing and come out so much more hopeful and ready to tackle life and to receive all the goodness that life has for you. On top of that, I have a 20 ways sheet, and I always recommend 20 ways for people when they feel stuck, especially with money. 20 ways that you can practically increase your income and ease around money today. And you will get that 20 ways. I don't want to call it a cheat sheet. What should I call it? Anyway, you'll get that 20 ways list if you send this link that I've just put here for our uplifting and restorative phone call. Send this link to 3 of your friends, 3 people who you know are going to need this. They are dealing with being sent home from work and having to work from home, and maybe they're feeling a little bit anxious about whether their job's going to still be there, or they were in the middle of their job search for their attorney work, and now they're feeling like I have to cut my job search because who's hiring right now? Not true. Or maybe they're in the medical field. This is open to anybody, right? And they're highly stressed out with what's going on here. We're going to uplift you, restore your hope, and help you turn this COVID-19 situation into something that benefits you. And if you share this link with 3 people who will love to hear about this, get in here and get this upliftment and have a chance for one-on-one help to resolve their dilemma absolutely for free. Share it with 3 people and then send me a message here on Facebook Messenger to let me know that you sent this link to 3 people to sign up. And I will send you the 20 ways, practical tips that you can apply starting today to immediately ease up the money situation for yourself. So sign up for this call, send the link to 3 of your friends, send me a message, let them know that you invited 3 of your friends to join you and be a part of this uplifting session. And I'm going to send you the 20 practical ways that you can increase your income today.